Let's take a listen.
You know, I think I've been thinking about it lately, and what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna change my number next year. I think no guy in the NBA should ever wear 23. I think you know, he can't get the NBA logo. Much respect to Jerry West, so I think you know, his number shouldn't be worn by any player in the NBA. So I'm thinking about just changing my number next year, just to show the tribute that what he did for this game, the pioneer, everybody. He laid down the stepping stones for everybody to come up through the ranks, and I'm gonna change my number next year because that's how much respect I got for a guy like that.
LeBron announced his decision on social media. 23 it is. It's only right I go back. 2 times 3 equals 6. We still family. 6, hashtag home team. All right, he's 23. Skip Bayless, the question's for you. Are you okay with this?
Wow. Stephen A. Smith. I'm okay with it as long as LeBron James is again okay with re-inviting comparisons to Michael Jordan. To again be graded on the Michael Jordan scale as he was coming out of high school on the young Michael Jordan scale in Cleveland. And let's reiterate what happened. LeBron chose to wear 23 coming out of high school.
Right.
He chose to continue the pregame powder toss ritual of Michael Jordan. Am I right about that?
Yes.
Carry it on. And to me, he was announcing to the world, the next MJ is here. And I was totally okay with that because I'd watched several of his high school games, and I thought he had the talent to be the next MJ.
Right.
But I began to grade him again on the young Michael Jordan scale. And I took a lot of heat for that, saying it was unfair. I don't think it was unfair. But we know what happened in LeBron's final season in Cleveland. As he had crumbled again and again, I think, under the pressure to live up to the jersey number that he was wearing. We saw what he just said. He started a campaign to say, let's retire 23 permanently in this league. I don't want to wear it. Nobody should wear it if I'm not going to wear it. And I thought, great. And as LeBron said, if MJ can't be the logo, which has been a theme of yours on this show, right? Yep. That MJ should be instead of Jerry West the logo.
Absolutely.
So LeBron was giving in to the fact that that's not going to change. So why not retire 23? And to me, LeBron backed off and gave up and said at that point, pretty soon, I need more help. I'm going to join forces in Miami with D. Wade and Chris Bosh, and I'm going to change my jersey number to 6. I'm not exactly sure why he chose 6. It was the birth date of LeBron Jr., October 6th. Dr. J, who we had on in L.A., was his second favorite player and obviously wore number 6. And I thought, fine, that's fine with me. But now it appears to me that as he goes back to 23 and back home, he's saying, well, I don't any longer want to honor 23. I want to out 23, the greatest 23 ever. I now want to re-challenge Michael Jordan. I've got to go back to re-evaluating LeBron on the Michael Jordan scale. And I'm going to say it again. I thought all of us gave LeBron a little bit of a pass in this past NBA Finals.
Everybody except you.
Okay. But I thought I was soft on him. Okay, it was his team. He was by far the best player on the floor, not on his team, but on the floor. And his team lost the NBA Finals by a record number of points. Oh, was it 70 points differential? That would be unacceptable now if he's going to wear 23 to me. I'm back to saying, okay, show me MJ.
Well, figure you'd come up with something else to get on LeBron James about. What I will say to you is this. I have a problem with it, too, but for an entirely different reason than you. My problem with it is based on the sound that we played prior to you talking about it. And that is, you talked about how much respect you have for Michael Jordan, what he meant to this league, and you are on the record saying you don't believe anybody should ever wear this number again. So if you've made such a proclamation, made such a profound statement, then why not honor it like you've been doing? So to me, it's just that simple. I mean, it's nothing to write home about. It's nothing like, oh, my goodness, LeBron James should be criticized and insulted because of it.
It's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world.
There's some significance here, though.
But I understand what you're looking for. For me personally, it's simply about, this is what you said about Michael Jordan. This is what you said he meant to the game, and what the reason you said you didn't want to wear the number 23 any longer. I don't know how you come back from that, because that's what you said. You see what I'm saying? From the standpoint, it's number 23. I mean, it's MJ we're talking about here.
You got it.
So on that level, I get it. But again, it's no big deal. I mean, he's got a right to do it if he wants to do it. In Cleveland, he is Michael Jordan. Okay. I mean, in Cleveland, on his home court, in his hometown. Maybe that's what it is. And so I don't mind it at all. It doesn't bother me. It's just that Michael Jordan is the closest thing to a deity in the sport of basketball in my eyes.
I agree
he is
with
a
you.
godlike figure to me.
Yep.
And if I feel that way, and you've gotten indications from the LeBrons of the world that they feel that way, and you said that you weren't going to wear the jersey number 23 anymore, then don't do it anymore. That's just me. But again, you know, to each his own.
Okay, I'm going to give LeBron one small break here. Is it possible that we all project that someday LeBron's number will be retired in Cleveland?
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
There's absolutely
no doubt.
Okay.
There is no doubt.
It does clarify things if he goes back to 23 instead of, I don't know, what if he chose 32 or whatever, 6 for that matter, because it would get more complicated. Which number are you going to put in the rafters? That's the only small break I'm going to give him. But I want you to try to interpret for me, was it the Instagram or tweet? I forget which. Instagram. The 2 times 3 equals 6.
I don't know.
I don't get it.
I have no clue what that means.
Okay, now is that a shout out back to the Miami fans that we still family? We in Miami still family?
I don't know.
Because if I'm a Miami Heat fan, I ain't buying. I'm out.
I think he just meant 2 times 3, like it's still 6 no matter what. I don't know.
Okay, but what? But what does it mean? It adds up to family, so it means. I think he's suggesting that I'm still part of you and we're all together in Miami because you can still interpret my new number as 2 times 3 equals 6.
Okay.
So I'm still effectively wearing 6 and 23 at the same time.
We still
if I'm the Heat fans or Heat Nation,
convoluted.
I'm out.
Okay.
I'm out.
Very convoluted.
I mean, how would you feel if you're a Heat fan today? Do you care?
Fans, first of all, I think when LeBron thinks about Miami, the only people he needs to think about are his teammates and the organization that he played for.
I'm fine with that.
The fan base in Miami, you have to understand, they can get really loud. It's very exciting. We all know how much I love being there. But let's be clear. These folks sometimes didn't show up until the midway through the second quarter. Okay. The fan base, when you
that
talk
was already happening pre-LeBron.
I know that, but what I'm saying to you, but he didn't change it.
No.
That's what I'm saying to you. So what I'm saying to you is this. When you look at the fan bases throughout the league, better fan base legitimately in Cleveland, New York, you know, even Sacramento. Golden State's the best right now in the league. I mean, but you look around the league. Okay. These people are there from tip-off time. They're rabid. They're hyped. You give them a contender, they pack the house. Opening tap player introductions, everybody's hyped. It doesn't work that way in Miami. So for me, you know, I'm not going to sit there and say that they're not good fans because they do support the team, and you go to walk the streets of Miami, they're very supportive of the team. I'm not trying to disrespect them on that level. But at the same time, you know, when you talk about a rabid environment that get players, their hair standing up on their skin, they got goosebumps, they're hyped about ready to play. Miami's not the city you think about.
No.
I could give you at least 15 other NBA cities that are better.
Okay, so why should LeBron James keep trying to reach back to say, I'm still with you? I got 2 families. I got Miami and Cleveland. No, you don't.
Number one, I don't know if he's doing that. But number 2, listen, he owes them something. They were incredibly supportive of him. And on top of it all, they did help him, and he helped them capture 2 championships and go to 4 straight NBA finals. So there's a relationship there that will always be, to some degree, special.
All right, moving on here. New Browns wideout. We're going to the NFL. Nate Burleson says he likes both Brian Hoyer and Johnny Manziel, and it will be a tough choice to pick a starter.